Hello! I'm making this video because certain people on Twitter don't know how to keep their goddamn mouths shut. This is about why some non-binary people also identify as male/masculine or female/feminine, femme, etc. Some certain people on Twitter don't know how to keep their mouths shut about non-binary people even though they aren't non-binary. So, here we go. I want to start with just like some reasons that people may identify as non-binary and also a binary gender. First off, like most simply, this is my experience, this is a lot of people's experiences. Some non-binary people feel aligned or like they relate partially to one binary gender. They may just feel comfortable being seen as one binary gender over the other, or it's easier to navigate day-to-day interactions being read as one binary gender. Another thing I've seen a lot of people say is just like, if we're talking about gender as a spectrum, like here's female, here's male, non-binary in the middle. Some people may feel closer to one side but still somewhere in the middle, like somewhere between non-binary and female or non-binary and male. Like not every single non-binary person is completely in the middle of those two. Some people, it boils down to their expression, like somebody could identify as non-binary but present very femininely or very masculinely. Some people boils down to pronouns or labels. Somebody could be non-binary but be comfortable with using male pronouns or female pronouns. And last but not least, who cares? Like just be respectful of people who identify in whatever way they identify. Like, it literally is not hurting you. It doesn't matter. Oh my god. You don't have to completely understand somebody else's experience to respect that. Anyway, moving on to the second part of this, which is just a few like personal accounts from people that I know and my experience. I personally identify as non-binary. I have for a long time. And masculine could like encompass everything, but I more specifically identify as a trans man, but also non-binary / genderqueer. For me, it's a mix of feeling aligned or relating somewhat to being male, and I also want to transition and pretty much look completely male. The genderqueer part of my identity, at least, boils down more to my expression, and I feel much more comfortable and confident and happy and good expressing myself in a more feminine way, and I'm also just more comfortable with they them pronouns than anything else. I have a friend who identifies as non-binary femme, and they identify in that way because they do have gender dysphoria about the pronouns that they used previously, their birth name, and certain body parts, but they don't relate to being male. They don't relate to being male at all is what I understand. And I know somebody else who identifies as a non-binary trans woman. She's explained that she identifies in that way because she feels her gender identity, if we're back to this gender spectrum thing, she identifies that way because she feels her gender identity is somewhere on the spectrum between female and non-binary. Closer to female, but somewhere between female and non-binary. And there are so many more people on the internet who probably have things to say about this. And I really don't know why it's an issue. I don't know why people don't understand this, because there's so much out there about it. Not every single non-binary person has to be perfectly in the middle of male and female. Not every non-binary person has to present completely androgynous. And not every non-binary person has to want to. Respect non-binary people.